Kaplan, we're continuing.
Yeah, so I'm saying like this, David HaMelech, the one, the Heiki Mula Shel Tshuva, David HaMelech is the teacher of Ein Shum Yush Ba'olam Klal. There's always hope. Don't give up. Keep trying. So David HaMelech is telling us
This is Rabbi Kaplan.
what?
This is not the teaching of Rabbi Nachman. Ein Shum Yush
Ba'olam Klal, the teaching of Rabbi Nachman, yeah. So, yeah, B'Shem Omro, yeah. So, David HaMelech is telling us, what's the Nekuda of Golus? Echt Noshes Shir Hashem Al Admas Necha. That means, of course there's tzaras, of course there's shofach domam kamayim, but the main nekuda of golus is that person doesn't feel he's in his place. He's al admas necha mitzad echad. A person has such tremendous kochas. Shir Hashem ki yadua. As the Gross said, that with the Shiras Alavim, they could be Mechayim Mesim. They're so powerful. The Shiras Alavim in the Beis HaMikdash was something that it brought to a korach, a dveikus in Hashem. It elevated a person so high that he was able to mamish feel like he's living together with Hashem. He's dovek to the mokar achaim ki imcha mikor achaim, in a place where there's no such thing as death, and it could spill over from him, that he could make tchias hamesim through shiras halavim. I was telling my grandchildren tonight, I saw it in a children's book, but it was ma'oreh me to think. When Yidden went to the Beis HaMikdash to bring the Korban Pesach, and they were standing there in the Azorah while their Korban was being korev, and meanwhile the Levim were singing Hallel. Some were singing Bepeh, some were singing Bekli. And they got to the Pasuk, Ono Hashem ki ani avdecha. Ani avdecha ben hamasecha pitachta l'mosherei. When they got to that Pasuk, Ono Hashem ki ani avdecha, a person felt there's nothing in the world, the only thing that exists is the ki ani avdecha. It's not worth living for anything else, only for the ki ani avdecha. What does it matter? You live in this kind of deer or that kind of deer. You live in a hut. You don't have what to eat, just bread and water. But ki ani avdecha, you could learn, you can daven, you could say tehillim. Ki ani avdecha, you could do Ratzon Hashem, you could be Maver al Midoshav, you could be Mekayim Kiburav. When it's hard, it's bitter, it's darkness, it's frustrating. And yet, ki ani avdecha. He says, the Kamarner said, an emes over Hashem, there's no difference to him whether he's digging in a jar, in a sewer, cleaning out a sewer for Hashem, or he's being metayel in Gan Eden and there are machris in front of him. Havu yikar l'dyukna de malka. Give respect for the picture of the king, for the copy of the king. A person is called Yukna de Malka. Is no different. The biggest extremes that can be. And Emesovid Hashem, it doesn't matter to him. This is Ratzon Hashem, and this is Ratzon Hashem. This is my Balabais of the deer. He told me last night, he said, I had to run around a long time with my daughter. His daughter is a cripple with the foot. He had to go with doctors and go to England and be with her for weeks and weeks. And he said to me, if this is what Hashem wants, if this is the avodah that Hashem gave me, he said, this will be my avodah. That's what he said. I said, that's what But it's easy to talk, it's easy to say it. But when you heard the Levim singing those words, that's a pirush, the Shiras Alavim. It's a pirush on these words of Hala. It's a different kind of pirush. We're not used to it. On Hashem Kenei Avdecha. But you heard that it's for real. It's talking about Ani. It means me, Daniel Kaplan. Avdecha, the Eved of Hashem. Just like it says, Bamnatzech, Eved Hashem LeDavid. So every Yachid of Klal Yisrael, Sof Kol Adoros, he's an Eved Hashem. But to really feel, to really hear it, to really be able to apply it to yourself, the Shiras Halavim put that into a person. But, they say, Admas Necha, we're not in our place. When we're in our place, then we could sing this Shira, then we could bring out these feelings. But we're not in our place, we're in the Admas Necha. And that's what Golus is, that's what David HaMelech is teaching us. David HaMelech is not coming to talk about the tzoros of the Golus. That's Osoph was talking about that. He's not coming to, Osoph is describing the Shofach HaMoso, how it was done. But David HaMelech is coming to say what is the deeper Nakuda of Golus, that you're not in your place. A person goes through all kinds of situations in life, and we don't realize, I think, if we would know where our place is, we would know what our avodah is, what was meant from us. Like, suppose we would understand Hashem sent me down to the world for this and this purpose, for this and this tachlis. We would have looked at it altogether different. I was a young bocher, and before the bar mitzvah, I finished chulin. I learned through the whole Masech without toshus. But I went through the whole Masech of chulin, and this story, I keep saying it over and over again. I'm obsessed with this story, but I just have to feel like I have to say it over. And I went through the whole chulin before the bar mitzvah without toshus, but nobody else thought of doing such a thing. Nobody else ever entered their mind to try to do such a thing. And when I did it, I didn't even feel like, what did I do? I didn't do anything special. I took a Gemara and I tried to learn it, and I saw I understand it. So I understood it, so very good. That's what I felt. I didn't go around telling everybody. Nowadays, I'm so obsessed and I'm so confused that I go around talking about it. But in those days, I didn't go around talking about it. And then later on, started going to bigger yeshivas, Mir and Caplan, and I started seeing a world. I went in this small yeshiva, this small Dalet Amos, where I started out in the Kamenetzer yeshiva. I went to bigger yeshivas, and I said, but I'm not like this one. I'm not like that one. Look at this one. Look at that one. They're talking and learning. They're arguing. They're listening to the shir. They know how to ask in the middle of the shir. They understand Rav Nachum's shir. Who am I? What am I? What do I know? What do I understand? That's Alad Masneicha. That's Golus. You're you. You learn through Chulin. To learn through more Masechtas. Go through Ligrasin Nishafa Gavdorov Yodamai Kama, the Gemara says. You'll see later on. Just don't waste your time. And I didn't understand that I was living on Admas Necha. I was thinking the whole time, what's this one? Look at this one. Look at that one. Why not me? What's missing me? What's wrong with me? Why can't I be like them? What did I do that I'm not like them? And all kinds of other things like that. That's Golus. Person doesn't know. Where am I? What am I supposed to do? Of course I'm talking about in a Eidel way, in a more darkustic way. I'm not talking about people in the outside, even in the outside of the base medrash, the people that their whole shichas chulin is about prices of diras and about politics and going here, going there. I'm not talking about that. They're for sure they're living, but they don't even know that they're living. That's even a bigger admas necha. Al naras Bavel on the naras of Bilbo. Why is it called Bavel? Kisham Bolal Hashem Sfas Kol Haaretz. Hashem was mevalbel the languages. Person doesn't know how to express himself. A person lost his koach hadibur. He has the koach hadibur, but he doesn't know how to express it. He doesn't know how to feel his inner, deeper feelings, his neshama. What his neshama needs? How could his neshama connect to be close to Hashem? With what can his neshama connect itself? He's Bavel, Bilbo, he's Mevubu. That's the main nekuda of Golus is Bilbo. And I mean, it's very hard to talk when the way we lived comfortable. Our life is called comfortable compared to. You read about what the way they lived in Europe in the 1600s, the 1700s. Yidden lived, and all of a sudden the Goyim came and they accused them of this, of that, of Yadua, the Alilas Dams that they were. But there was sometimes Stam, they came and they started accusing them of Gizanut, of racism against the Goyim, and they had to go answer the debates of the Goyim, and then afterwards they took Sfarm and they burned them in. And there were times that they asked on Yidden to make a shul, to get together, to have a shul. Because the church is supposed to be the highest building in the city, and then you have a shul that's also a higher building, so they accused them of that. And then for no reason at all, the Yidden were near the... I'm not talking, but I can't talk about those Golusin because I wasn't there. But I'm talking about the Golus that we're in nowadays. David HaMelech was misnabe on the Golus Achron also. And he says, what's the main nekud of Golus? That because of the Naras Bobo, because of the Bilbo, so we're on Admas Necha, and sometimes we know about, sometimes we can't. But the Shia Hashem, we have such tremendous kochus inside of us. We're able to sing the Shia Hashem, we're able to reach levels that are close to Tchias HaMesim. Wherever we're able to be dovik in the Chaya HaChaim, in the place where there's no movis over there. And yet we're on Admas Necha and we can't do it. And it's all, where it is, what causes this to happen? The Naras Bovel that we're sitting on, these rivers of Bilbulim, of confusion, of Yush. Don't know who am I, what am I worth, what causes to have, what can I do, how can I reach anything, did I reach anything, should I reach something, if I should reach, what should I reach to? We don't know, we're so confused, and that's the main nekuda of Golus. We would just sit and remember, we have a neshama inside of us, we have kochas buried inside of us, Shir Hashem, Shir Zalavim, we have that, we didn't lose it. It would be different, and on that we can, and that's David HaMelech, that he's coming to teach that ain't shum yush b'olam klal. And interesting how the Gemara in Psachim, in Arvei Psachim, the Gemara talks about what do you say for Hallel and the Leil Seder. The Gemara says you say the whole Hodu L'Hashem Ki Tov, the 26 Hodus, the 26 Kilolam Chastas, Ad Al Naras Bovel, till Al Naras Bovel. I mean, the Gemara could have said, you say it till the end of the Hodus, till the end of the Kilolam Chastas, Ad Al Naras Bovel. could be.
Rabbi Kaplan, we're taking another break. Thank you.